Still on?
Yep. How we done? Week 6 podcast is still going. We're still here, still on schedule. We're now good day today watching ball with the boys. Not my co-host, but it's nice to have Thub and Mike over. That was fun seeing Mike tilt before our very eyes. And Trevor was pretty much depressed the whole morning.
Just annihilate Trevor.
Yeah. Went through some dogs, went through some flashes, went through some DK. And here we are. How was your day?
Lose all of them or what?
Well, thanks to Eric, I lost Haskins, the thing I made last night. And then
I gave you Ken
thanks to
Walker.
you. That was a separate one. That was Ken. Missed it by a half yard.
Oh, all the other ones hit?
I don't know, actually. Those are the two that I just stopped looking after that. I think Trevor won a flash or two. I feel like he always does.
Out of 9?
And then Mike with the classic probably threw up he was winning at some point and then got knocked out. But yeah, it was a great Sunday. Despite some injuries, getting some good and bad performances, go through all the games. And then we got a little halfway almost through the year segment. We're doing an awards show. So guys that deserve flowers, guys that deserve nothing. Couple guys.
Some slay.
And then the waivers, which at first glance was not that interesting, but as always, monitor up to Tuesday night. Anything on your side? How was your day?
Weekend was a
crazy, insanely busy weekend.
Yeah. Birthday party, kids' birthday party.
Yep.
Yesterday. Kids
Madness,
sleepover.
absolute chaos.
Hung out with Eric. Straight from Pennsylvania.
Played some Catan.
I dominated some Catan rounds.
I
was settling.
Trading. Sneaking
for
sure.
Sneaking
Wins.
Yeah. Good weekend.
Yeah, great weekend. So, we'll get into the injuries. Couple big ones, couple middling ones.
Is it just me, or is there a big one every damn week?
At least one. Seems like. I think generally.
I mean, let's go through it. This is week 6?
Yeah.
Week 1 was CD? Was that week 1?
No. That was week. I think him and Burrow were the same week. I don't think there was anything week 1 that was crazy.
Man, it already seems like it was so long ago.
Yeah, it was Burrow and CD was first, and then like Mike Evans pulled his hamstring. Kittle was week 1.
Kittle week 1. Oh, Worthy. Both my guys. I mean, not that it means anything, but
yeah. I mean, Jaden Daniels at some point, that was like week 3.
Yeah, Jaden got hurt in the game week 2, but yeah. Well, CD was, how many games did he play?
I think like 1.5. I want to say that was week 2 because we watched games here week 1, and then we went to Kev's week 2, and that's when CD got hurt. I'm pretty sure.
It was week 3 he got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he played 2 full games. That's right. I remember.
And we had Terry, whole thing with Terry, Bowers. He's been playing hurt. So we'll get into those guys. But we'll start off with Puka. Been one of the best players of the year so far. And an exciting matchup today, too, which was kind of a bummer. So he came down, or he went up for I don't know if you saw it, but he went up for a contested catch in the end zone, and it was almost a contested. He wanted to hit the ball away from the defender because it was a little underthrown. And they said it was his foot at first, so I think it's just when he landed on it. The replay didn't look that bad. Like, it didn't twist or anything. But he tried to get up, run around a little bit.
Oh, I only saw that.
And then went right back to the ground.
Yeah, went right to the ground again.
Went to the locker room, came back into the game, which was a great sign. He was like doing little cuts on the sideline, but then
that's weird.
But then didn't do anything that was, I think, in the third quarter-ish he came back, and then didn't catch a ball for the whole game. So he only had like 2 catches. And then after the game, they immediately said, or McVay just said is unsure that he'll play in the London game next week. So we will have to monitor that because obviously that is huge, and that would give Devontae Adams a humongous boost.
Big bump.
Yeah, if he were to miss. Emeka Egbuka left the game with a hamstring injury. The Eggman, Mike's precious guy, leading him to a 2-10 record.
Is he wearing the jersey?
No.
I was going to say, jersey curse?
Yeah, maybe some jersey curse. Fucked it up. I might have fucked this up.
I'm going through the jersey curse, that's for sure.
But Baker and him failed to connect on a couple balls. It was a couple bad balls.
I did see those. Back to back, right?
Yeah, back to back bad
Middle
balls.
field?
Bad balls by Baker. I didn't see where he just was suddenly not in the game. So they didn't show like when the hamstring thing happened. And he did not return. So that's big. Hamstrings obviously suck. It's usually kind of a multi-week thing there. We've seen it with Kittle. We've seen it with Mike Evans. So that's going to be something to monitor as this Bucs team is now down to the bare bones of Tez Johnson, Keyshawn Johnson, like budget Keyshawn Johnson. I don't even know what his name is. And then Sterling Shepard.
Bucky out.
And yeah, no Bucky. So we'll have to monitor that.
Doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
For team-wise.
Literally doesn't matter at all. Jacked up Marv left the game with a concussion. This one actually looked pretty bad. He caught the ball, I think he caught it. He didn't get smacked by anyone or like head to head or anything. He caught it, and then when he fell back, he whipped his head to the back, and he was just immediately done after that. So that sucks. And then Kyler, he's not in here, but he obviously missed the game as well. That came out yesterday or 2 days ago. And then the Cardinals put up 30 points. So take that as you will.
Jacoby.
And we'll have to, watch Marv going forward. If anything, I think that just bumps up McBride and really nobody else. And then in the shitty Raiders-Titans game, Calvin Ridley left with another hamstring injury, was shown on the sideline, just chilling, no helmet on.
I saw that.
Shown on Red Zone.
I saw that after, I think somebody said something about Ridley. Like they needed, might have been Trevor or something for a dog.
Oh, you heard it?
No, I saw it in the chat. Saying, I think it was either Mike or Trevor said like Ridley's got one catch.
I think
or
it was
something.
Mike.
And I sent the picture because right after he said that, Red Zone was sitting on the sideline with a wrap over.
I think it was Mike actually. Yeah, obviously there's just nothing really to like about that Tennessee offense. I mean, even Pollard, he was one of the guys. Actually, I don't know before I say anything.
No, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, so
Tajay looked good.
That was the fear.
He had some actual good runs where he looked.
That's why Pollard was one of the guys I was out on last episode. Going forward, just because Tajay will be back, and we really haven't seen anything from this Titans offense besides Cardinals literally throwing the game last week to have any confidence in. So that's kind of my stance there.
Mm-hmm.
And then surefire Gare Bear. We didn't watch this game, by the way. Spoiler before we get into the London game, but apparently everyone was terrible. Everything was ass. Just a whole lot of London, a whole lot of international juju going on.
Yeah, it was a bummer for at least the Denver side. I guess both sides.
I think Brees was still bad. He had like 22 rushes for like 50 yards or some shit. Field was terrible. I don't think Wilson did anything. But Wilson left the game with a hip/knee/lower extremity injury. Could have been half that, half frustration. Who knows?
Yeah, the coach said after the game it was a hip injury, and then
who knows?
After that, they said that he's getting an MRI on his knee.
We will have to monitor that one for sure because we'll see what actually happened. And then just notes on some guys coming back real quick. CD, 50-50 chance to play week 7, so that's a dub. Brock Bowers, unlikely to play week 7. Not a dub. Rashee Rice suspension is now over. I haven't seen any reports about him either missing or playing next week, but I'm just going to assume he's going to play.
He's not allowed to practice until this week, so he's done nothing on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, they said on the broadcast that everyone in the facility was like super excited to have him back.
I think he's able to practice like literally starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Terry McLaurin, no setbacks and has a chance to play week 7. So that's good for the Commanders. And then the Niners segment. We have more Niners later. Or you didn't even put it in here.
Nah. Defensive guy.
Yeah, Fred Warner left the game with the ankle.
Just tough.
Sucks for the Niners, but
was just twisted this way.
Yeah.
He's done.
I didn't see it.
That was
but
bad.
That sucks.
Yeah, multiple torn ligaments, broken. Yeah, foot was this way. Put him in an air cast.
Yeah, that's all I saw was the drive off.
Yeah, probably out not only this year, but I'd imagine maybe. Not most. I would probably a few games next year too. I don't know. Not a doctor. Okay. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we're not experts here.
Fred's a beast though.
Yeah, we love Fred. But Kittle and Purdy might be back next week. Sure they will. And then J.J. McCarthy on the Vikings, still not 100% and unsure about availability for week 7 and probably just unsure about his job. So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, they had a bye this week, but I don't know if it was just because when he left the game in London or whatever, but Wentz, he had a questionable tag.
Yeah.
So see if even he was good to go.
Yeah, but basically the three big ones today, Puka, Igbuka, and Marv. So we'll just have to see how bad those are going forward. If I were to guess, I don't know. I don't have a good read on the Puka one. He came back into the game, so that's a good sign. Igbuka hamstring, he's younger, so it's like those like affect the old guys a little bit more. I think Marv would probably miss next game.
Probably, yeah.
And I can see all these guys missing at least one game. That would be my guess.
But yeah, we'll I'm interested to like Wilson as far as like.
Oh, I didn't even mention him
as body language, and
who knows?
I listened to
I didn't watch
post game interview.
Yeah,
where he was talking about they had a little riff on the field. I was telling you if you saw it. He was like yelling at his coach. It was stupid.
Terrible coach.
It was like 4th down. There was like 25 seconds left.
I saw that.
They just let it run out.
Well, no, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking
that's
about
when he started yelling at the coach.
Okay, was it the first half?
Mm-hmm. End of the first half.
Well, the end of the game, that's when I woke up, turned it on. It was 13-11, whatever the final score was, and they could have tried for a 62-yard field goal to win the game, and it was 4th and 8, and they just decided to go for it, and they didn't get it. So, I don't know. Aaron Glenn has made a lot of questionable decisions.
Definitely seems like more of a coordinator guy.
Yep. All right, Sunday recap. Same thing. We're going to go through the games. We'll each give a takeaway or two about what we saw. Either I watched some of these games or Matt watched some or we both watched some. But we got something at least for every game besides the London game. So we will start with...
I'll go first since mine's negative.
Eagles-Giants?
Yeah.
It's Thursday night? All right, what do you got?
Or at least I'm assuming you're going to take a positive.
I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going in this blind.
I'll start with the Eagles just as a whole. I mean, from a not even fantasy standpoint, they go... Is it Meadowlands?
Well, they fucking lost to start.
That's what I was going to say. They go there. Heavy favorites, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we all picked them and pick them. Just, they did not... doesn't look good.
Yeah, something's off for sure.
Missed throws, missed reads from Hurts. AJ Brown had a wide open touchdown. Yeah, that one, that was just a walk-in, like 90-yarder. Overthrew him by 5-6 yards. AJ Brown was wide open on the interception that he targeted Dotson to. There's no safety help. It was just wide open post route. Then the post game with AJ Brown doing his crap, saying there was never a meeting.
Yeah, that was super weird. We talked about that. I believe that was in our news last time that him, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts had just a meeting of them three. And then when asked about it, AJ Brown was just like, "No, what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, so just super weird. This is just nothing good. Literally nothing good.
Just doesn't feel good to...
Nothing good besides Hurts is still good for fantasy.
I was gonna say, it doesn't...
That's it.
Even Saquon, like, it doesn't feel good to throw him out there.
Big plays.
I mean, you're obviously throwing him out there.
Yeah.
But no one... I guess Goddard feels good to throw out there.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's just Hurts.
That's a good point.
I mean, he obviously played Thursday before everyone else, so going into the week, he has a way bigger advantage, but he was tight end 1 going into Sunday.
He might have still been.
Yeah, depending on who did what today.
I don't think anyone had like a great tight end day. Yeah, I mean, it's good. We talked about it a lot up to this point, and nothing really has changed. If anything, it might have gotten a little worse because now they've lost 2 games in a row. So now everything is going to be more amplified. And then if we get more AJ Brown weird quotes or someone said something, maybe someone gets fired, who knows? But obviously with Hurts, you're still, I mean, all these guys, well, at least Hurts and Saquon. I think AJ Brown and Devonta Smith are now, obviously, they've been for the last few weeks, discussions about benching.
At Minnesota next week for the Eagles. Just throwing that out there.
I'll take the Giants side. So I think my one word to describe how I feel about this Giants team is confidence, because Wandale, I'll start with him. We brought him up a couple weeks ago as someone who I was just like, I don't know if I said it on the show or not, but like we know who he is.
Yeah, I think I mentioned, I was like, you're not throwing Wandale on the waivers?
No, I know. And yeah, that was definitely a mistake. he's definitely someone that can go out there and do something. If not, just score a touchdown. I mean, he's not really been a touchdown guy for his career, just a PPR scam his way to 10 points.
Yeah, just give him the ball.
So confidence in him as a startable asset, confidence in Scadaboo because Tracy came back. It was his first game back, obviously, but he had the majority of the carries.
He like 98 yards, right? Almost got 100.
Yeah, 19 carries to Tracy's 4, Singletary 3. So that's all. That's what I cared about the most. Is just okay. If this was more like a 12 carry, 10 carry situation, I was going to be a little less confident. Once again, Tracy could just be slowly being worked back because he was injured. But obviously, Scadaboo scored 3 times, had 98 rushing yards.
All the goal line work.
All on social media, all positive vibes with him and Dart.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they can really take. That's the crazy part is like you can't really take some of his workload away now because like why would you do that? So that's kind of my thing. Just confidence in Scadaboo and Wandale.
Dayball too. I don't know if I ever mentioned it on the pod, but I remember mentioning it to you somewhere in this house. I was just like, Peyton Hillis is offensive coordinator.
That was downstairs.
The year he broke out was Dayball. And
I didn't know that, yeah.
I was like, what? Dayball was the OC for Cleveland?
Yeah.
And you didn't mention it for Dart's perspective, but when he went into the tent and Dayball went to go check on him.
It's like, hello.
Did you see that their owner came out and wrote a letter saying,
oh, no,
that it was looked at from an outside perspective that he was trying to like rush the process of the tent and get him back out there. And the owner was saying like, he knows that's like not the right thing to do. But Dayball said like, no, he wanted to just see what was going on or something like that. But yeah, he went in there like Cap. Yeah. And Scadaboo went in there too and they pushed him out.
Vibes are great. The vibes are, they just took down the fucking Eagles at home. Yeah. I mean, that's humongous. So good vibes for the Giants. Jets, Broncos. We both woke up to this just being a terrible game for everyone involved. So let's just pull up the box score for that real quick before I start talking out my ass.
Yeah. Nix was like 175 passing yards. Dobbins didn't do anything, 40 yards.
Yeah, Bo Nix, I think he meddled his way to like 15 points or something, but Dobbins did nothing. Sutton had 1 catch for 17 yards. The running backs didn't do anything. Evan Ingram, 542. So really nothing good from the Broncos side and even worse from the Jets side. Justin Fields only had 45 yards passing and 7 carries for 31 yards. So he gave you it's literally 0 or 30 for Fields, it seems like at this point. Breece Hall with another Breece Hall type of game, a lot of carries, an okay amount of yards and no touchdowns. And then obviously if Fields only has 45 yards, there's no one to talk about in the receiving game. And then we talked about Wilson already. Is this just more? This is obviously we know how great of a defense Denver is. That's why I never want any part of the London games. It always seems like something like this happens. Seems like that hasn't happened this year though. There's been some good performances overseas, but
I said bummer earlier on whenever we mentioned something. Oh, I mentioned Garrett Wilson. I said it was a bummer that game because going into that Jets run D was awful. People run all over them. They didn't. Dobbins, it was a letdown game.
Yeah, we talked about doing underdogs.
I'm kind of there with the London game.
Yeah,
thing.
We talked about doing underdogs and like everyone giving a pick, and someone brought up this game, and I was just like, absolutely not. I don't want any part of this game at all.
Which sucks because next week is Rams Jags. So obviously names there.
Yeah. We'll
wait to see.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Browns Steelers. So you said you didn't watch much of this one. Honestly, you didn't really show much of this one on Red Zone.
That's more so like what I meant. I feel like I didn't see it. Because I was watching a little bit of Red Zone in the morning.
A lot of third down conversions by Rodgers. A lot of big throws when you needed to make them. Obviously, they didn't score that many points.
He was like the only one that I could think of to even talk about. Like he's...
DK Metcalf scored again.
Yep, I saw that.
Let's just go with them. Rodgers 21 for 30, 2 touchdowns. So he did okay. Jalen Warden really didn't do anything. 11 for 52. DK Metcalf 4 for 95 and a touchdown. Doesn't seem like he can get really more than 4 catches. It's like always his line is 3, 4, 5, but 95 yards.
Rodgers 21, almost 22 fantasy points.
Yeah, against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
He's had probably more good games than bad, honestly.
Playing Cincy next week.
Fuck, yeah. As far as streamers go,
40-year-old Rodgers,
he could be in contention. Seems like they're comfortable with everyone's role in this offense.
And they're, what are they, 4-1? 5-1?
They are 4-1.
Yeah, leading that division easy.
Yeah, easily.
So, yeah, I think that's actually a good sign. Like if you're a good team. Like
it's the vibes too. Like
Yeah.
if Rodgers was doing this and they were 1-4, things could go south really quick. But if the vibes are high, then you want to keep riding that hot hand for sure.
Still nothing though in that running back room.
Nah, I mean Warren, like he missed those 2 games or so, 1 or 2 games, forget what it was, but yeah, they didn't really do anything on the
He's
ground.
had like the same game every week.
Yeah.
Didn't do the receiving that he's done in the other games, but the weeks that he only missed the Minnesota game, then they had to bye.
Okay, so 1 game. And then going to Cleveland, so Dylan Gabriel threw 52 times. That is not in the plan for them.
That was the one thing I saw. And
Judkins did absolutely nothing, 12 for 36 on the ground. So super weird with that Steelers defense. Just was getting toasted in the beginning of the year. And now I think it's been a couple of games where they have looked pretty good defensively.
They kept playing against me.
Harold Fannin, 7 for 81. That's it. No touchdowns. But clearly Gabriel is looking his way in the 2 games that I've seen with him. So we'll talk about him a little bit.
You brought up Njoku.
Leader.
Did you get hurt in the game?
I don't know. I just saw a questionable tag next to him. Yeah. Forced out of the contest with a knee injury.
There you go. Wait and see. MRI maybe.
Yeah, but as far as pass catch, Judy 5 for 43. He really hasn't done shit all year.
Yeah, he's another kind of a letdown. He was one of the guys we thought.
Well, with Flacco, there was a little optimism
with
there. But Fannin is for sure the pass catcher that you want because Gabriel clearly is looking his way. 10 targets. I mean, Judy had 13 targets, only 5 catches.
Damn. Well, he threw 51
times. But Fannin 10 targets for a tight end. I mean, you're gonna want some of that.
He's giving me that Jonnu vibe.
Yeah, just a PPR pass catcher. Okay. What else we got here? Chargers Dolphins.
This was a fun game.
Was fun. No QJ in this one. And no Omarion Hampton in this one.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks going in. A lot of opinions going in on who would lead this backfield in carries. And it was for sure not Hassan Haskins.
I think I was saying in the last episode.
I didn't have a read. And like I said, I never had once had a read on this backfield. Holy shit. Okay. Kimani Vidal, 18 for 124, and Haskins had 6 for 14. So that's a yikes.
He had like 1 carry for like 9 yards.
I'm pretty sure the consensus amongst like rankings going into the week and like platforms had Haskins as the starter.
That's because he was on the roster for every game and actually got carries, whereas like Vidal was a practice call-up.
Yep. So that's cool. If someone paid up for Haskins or spent their waiver claim priority, whatever, on Haskins, and then you got Vidal for free, that could be a 3-week
for the F.
Yeah, 3-week thing for sure. A lad, 7 for 100 and a touchdown, so he definitely benefited from QJ missing this game. Keenan only 4 for 27. Interesting.
I was just gonna back up on that running back thing. They played Miami.
Yep.
So
true.
We've said multiple times.
Run funnel.
Yep.
Shout out Rico Dowdle.
We'll see next week
who they play.
Let's see who they got. I know Kev had Vidal on his bench. Colts at home.
Doesn't scare me, honestly. I think they've been good, but it seems like they've always been
big games,
high-scoring games.
Yeah, minus the Raider game.
Well, clearly. But Herbert won this game for them at the end. I don't know if you saw it, but they. So it was 27-26 Dolphins, and I don't know if it was.
Dolphins just scored too. It was Waller.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, I don't know if it was 3rd down or 4th down or something. But they got to Herbert. He got out of the sack easily and threw just a wicked throw to. I think it was Ladd on the left side,
30-something yards. Right?
Yeah, it got him into field goal range, and they just won. Yeah, Herb's a fucking man, and clearly the offensive line has hindered him.
Yeah,
injuries.
We brought that up.
He had a good game today. 29 for 38, 2 touchdowns, 264 yards. But clearly, from what we saw the first couple games of the year, and then losing Joe Alt. That has been a problem. And then going to the Dolphins, Tua was absolutely horrendous in this game.
3 picks, right?
3 picks. He just does this sometimes.
Waddle, good game, I think.
Waddle, good game, 6 for 95. So we brought him up in for the rest of the year on last episode.
That was your in.
Yep.
I was saying I wasn't really excited about it, but I think you kind of have to.
Caught the long bomb. It was like a 45-yard play. So 6 for 95 for Waddle. And our other in kind of got saved with the touchdown. Darren Waller, 2 for 12 and a touchdown. But once again, red zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the start of the argument right there with Waller.
Yeah, nothing until that touchdown.
Is the red zone threat. So that came to fruition. And then the entire offense was Devon Achane, 6 for 128 and 2 touchdowns and 4 for 22 through the air. So a ceiling game for Achane.
Yep, big time. 2 big TD runs.
Yep. He's the fucking man.
Little guy.
Just
killing it.
Big score. All right. Who we got next? The Patriots and the Saints. So, yeah, we didn't even talk about your takeaway, but Ladd obviously had a good game.
Yeah, well, it was going to be, I put Ladd is back, question mark, because obviously QJ didn't play. But
There's a lot of mouths to feed with QJ there. It seems like that's the problem.
To see Ladd back-to-back weeks, I mean, he didn't have a great game
last week. It's not like he's bad.
Yeah. No, that's what was going to be what I was going to say was I don't think it was ever that Ladd was never worthy of a second round, or when did he go?
Draft this year? Probably a little after like the AJ Brown tier. So
second
maybe
tier.
Like 10 to 13, something like that.
Yeah.
10 to 15.
Wide receiver 2 range, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever.
It's hard to tell because QJ wasn't.
It was
there.
never to say that he wasn't worth that, but when he was doing bad at the beginning of the year, it's not like, oh, that's bad. It's
no, it was never
too many people.
No, it was never that.
So it's good to see that. I don't know if you were playing him, or actually, if QJ wasn't out there, you probably were playing him. But
you might have thrown him in there. I think Lil J did.
Little breakout game for McConk.
Yep,
7 for 100.
And yeah, my takeaway is just, I don't know, Waddle. That's a good one. I was gonna say Achane, but he's more obvious. Waddle, yeah, instant wide receiver 2 rest of year, like maybe middling wide receiver 2. Honestly, seems like he has a really high floor. Patriots Saints. Drake May is him.
Mm-hmm.
That is my thing.
Yeah, it's been like the one, maybe not the one.
He's so good.
One of the preseason teams that I brought up.
Yeah, we were pretty much the same. Felt the same about him the entire time, and it's literally come to fruition.
It continues to be a great looking keep too for
Big J,
for John in our fantasy league.
18 for 26, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also, because like they can't really do anything on the ground, so he's kind of needed to throw, and he can run a little bit, so he gives you a little bit of a rushing floor.
Yeah, you would think in a full 17 game season, they're gonna. Sorry, I'm looking at the game log. They do play Tennessee next week, but you would think they're gonna like have to take some off of Drake May because they're relying on him a lot.
As far as running?
Yeah, they need something.
Well, these guys, Henderson, up to this point, has been pretty much a 0, like, for fantasy.
Yeah.
Stevenson's had a couple of good games, but this game, 13 for 18. Like, what the fuck? And then the receivers, this is kind of like Green Bay, where all the receivers will catch balls. Some will have good games, some will have bad games. Obviously, today, Diggs had the bad game, and Booty had 2 touchdowns, 90 yards.
One of his touchdowns was great.
Yep. So him, Douglas, and Diggs are the 3 receivers that will probably be rotating every week. Hunter Henry, throw him in there. He'll have some good weeks, and this week he had a dud, 3 for 27. It's just whatever, who's open, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like a Green Bay situation. So having a Patriots wide receiver or Hunter Henry, you're going to have to live with this going forward. And yeah, if you got Drake May, you got him super fucking late, and you're loving life right now if you punted and waited for him.
Yeah, he was a great wait and take QB. Yeah, it was like one of the best ones.
Yep. And then going to the Saints, once again, competitive in the game, but lost. They're 1-5 on the year, but I want to say they've been in pretty much every game they've played. Spencer Rattler, 20 for 26. No touchdowns.
Yeah, kind of.
There wasn't really anything. I think Olave had a great game. He had some good catches. He had a deep one.
90-some yards,
which is usually not in his bag. 6 for 98 for Olave, 10 targets. And Kamara just continues to be trash.
Yeah, they're moving. There's that Kellen Moore offense. They're still moving. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, I would have. And Taysom Hill got the touchdown, of course, as a past Kamara owner. Fucking hate seeing him on the field. But as far as going forward, you could throw Shaheed out there for a desperation flex, and Olave, you're probably putting him in every week. But I'm not excited to start Kamara or Kendre Miller.
Nah, Shaheed's still one of my favorite.
Your boom bust guys.
You need a boom play.
Yeah, for sure. Just didn't hit it this week.
Yeah.
But if you need a play, he's the guy. So yeah, my takeaway, just Drake May is literally him.
Mm-hmm.
There's your analysis.
Yeah.
Rams, Ravens. Ravens are fucked.
That's my takeaway.
Yeah, okay, so you could talk about that.
Yeah, you already said it. And if you're a Lamar owner, you're probably feeling it. So they need him.
Got to buy next week.
Henry, bounce back game. 100, I think it was like 122 yards.
120 yards, 24 for 122. No touchdowns.
Quality of quarterback play today was so bad.
They went from Cooper Rush to Tyler Huntley.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we didn't say yet, that they made the switch mid-game because they're both god-awful. Actually, Huntley came in, and I'm pretty sure they got him to the goal line first drive. But obviously, they didn't score.
It's like that. I always feel that way. It's like the backup quarterback comes in, was never game planned for.
Did you see the Mark Andrews tush push?
No, I saw somebody say it in the chat.
So they obviously didn't score, but like they were on the 1 yard line. I think they tried a king rush already, and then they had Mark push it, like a literally tush push, and then the ball, like when the play was going, the ball just squirted out of the pile, and Jared Verse just picks it up and starts running. But they blew the play dead but he started running before they blew the whistle. So the Rams D could have had like a 99-yard fumble return, but that was weird. It seemed like they blew the whistle too late there.
This one's on us because I think I just probably forgot to put it in here. It says in here, Harbaugh noted
he's going to play after the bye.
Expected to return after
the bye.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of been the sentiment the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't, I don't know if you saw this, but Zay Flowers fumbled twice in this game, and he had never fumbled in his whole career. So he pretty much fucked this game up for whatever chance they had. So yeah, going forward, you're pretty much just throwing these every week that Lamar's been out. I mean, you just throw in the garbage. And I think you just restart with Lamar, Henry, and Zay Flowers.
Restart. I was going to say, we put in there Ravens are fucked. More so like
for NFL purposes.
For NFL, like they got a huge uphill battle. Like 1-5, right?
Yes.
Because now they're going into week 7 bye.
Yep.
Yeah, 1-5. But for fantasy, I mean, that might be even better.
Yeah, their defense
for Lamar, if you're a Lamar owner.
Mm-hmm. Defense has still not been great. They looked okay in this game for the first part. Rams couldn't really get something going in the beginning. We talked about Puka. He wasn't really there for the whole time. But they're going to be in some high-scoring games, obviously. I don't know if they're going to do enough to get back to the playoffs, but
I think it's good for fantasy purposes, at least for Lamar's sake.
Then going to the Rams. So we talked about Stafford, kind of an underwhelming game for I think what we thought he was going to do. 17 for 26, only 180 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, no Puka will hurt that. Kyron got in the end zone, 13 for 50. So literally his normal line, but got the touchdown. Usually what he needs.
Yeah, this was just a come down to earth a little bit for Matt Stafford. He was way up there.
They just did enough to get the win,
yeah,
and they got out of there. And no Puka. Devontae, without Puka, only had 4 catches for 39 yards. So, I don't know. I would throw this one in the trash for the Rams.
I was better about that because
we took a live bet of Devontae at half.
So did I. Did you do receptions?
Receptions.
So did I.
And it was, he had 1, and he only needed 3. No, he had 3. And he had
3.
6.
It was 5.5.
Yes, so he needed 6.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah. No, we were like, oh, that's fucking free.
I did the same thing.
And he caught the first ball of the third quarter. Yeah, bullshit.
I did the same thing, and then I got more tilted because there was a Stafford, the sack fumble.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, no.
Yeah, you made to see those. Okay. So next, Cardinals-Colts. Dude, the Colts are fun to watch, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dimers, Pittman, Downs, surefire Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor.
So greedy. I will say this because my takeaway is Cardinals, but my being a Jonathan Taylor owner, it's like so greedy. You want more. Like they got to Jones scored a rushing touchdown. Mm-hmm. He got stuffed like 1 or 2 times on like first down, second down. He ended up getting a touchdown, but I'm just like, I feel like he always leaves more on the table, but still has insane games.
Well, they've been so good that they're just letting everyone eat. Like Warren got a touchdown the first one of the game. Dimers ran one in. I think Downs had one.
Yeah, back of the end zone.
Back of the end zone. So they just like, it's almost like they're saying like, all right, everyone's getting their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, obviously Taylor has still been great.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, you want to talk about the Cardinals?
Yeah, I put in here Kyler Murray.
Do we have to?
I put in Kyler Murray as the takeaway because best offensive performance of the season as far as points, highest points scored, I believe. Who knows? With
we talked about this.
Kyler under contract till 2028. They need a new OC there. Like, it's just.
They need new coach, new coordinators, a new quarterback.
I mean, I brought this up last week. I said, started out 2-0.
Yeah.
They've now lost.
Well, they played some dog shit teams.
4 straight. I mean, they lost Tennessee. Obviously, we know how the Tennessee game went.
Yep.
They had a chance in that Seattle game, that
No, they
Thursday night
suck.
game.
They're a terrible franchise.
They had a chance to beat the Niners.
They're awful.
And I was like, dude, they got Indianapolis and Green Bay after this. Like, they could go on a 6-game losing streak into that bye, and it's going to feel bad.
Yeah, they're probably Marv's not going to play. They switched. I don't know. This came out as a notification before the game. I forget it was today or yesterday. That they were like, they're going to start Zonovan Bam, whatever the fuck his name is, Knight, instead of Michael Carter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that probably fucked some people over. So they did that for no reason. After Michael Carter had like a solid game.
9 for 34 for Michael Carter.
He was in at the end of the game. So Bam was 11 for 34, got the touchdown, and Michael Carter was 9 for 34. So that just turned into something gross. DeMarcado 1 carry. Hell yeah.
He got hurt.
So you're just rolling out Trey McBride and just leaving it at that next week. I don't think you could trust
he had a good game day.
Anyone at this point. Yeah, 8 for 72 and a touchdown for McBride. So he continues to be the one bright spot.
I was going to bring them up for the waivers potentially. Just Cardinals receiver. They got Michael Wilson. I feel like he's always like,
we talked about him. He's like
decent.
He's a good NFL player.
Yeah,
not
NFL
fantasy,
player.
Not fantasy.
They got Zay Jones and Torch.
Yeah.
Yep. Who I always also thought was like a solid NFL player.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, with Brissett, they're moving the ball.
Yeah. He's looked very immobile, but
he's big, dude. He looks slow when he moves.
Yeah, super slow. Seahawks, Jags. I'm going to echo your statement right here. I don't want to play Ken or Sharbs.
Oh, that's my
and my guys are, I promise you, Hot Route Nation, I have my best men on the case. We're going to get a hit on Sharbs, get him out of there so Ken can finally flourish.
Surefire Ken right now is like when you blow out the campfire and it's still got little like sparks coming out of it.
Dude, there's no sparks right now. It's like if Ken is not efficient with his touches, he's fucked because he doesn't get touchdowns.
Yeah, Sharp's in there in the goal.
Let's see here. I know Sharp's had more carries this game, which is just unacceptable. 12 for 24 for Charbonnet and 10 for 34 for Ken. Just shitty.
Jaguars good front.
Good for NFL, like NFL teams. Like obviously, this is probably the ideal situation that you do want because you don't want to rely on unless you have like a Jonathan Taylor or CMC or something like that. But I mean, JSN. Good Lord. It's weird because this is like the second or third time where you look at the second quarter and he has all of the passing yards, or
literally all.
Darnold's yards. And it's like, how are you guys with these other fuckers not double teaming him and just taking him out of the game?
Yeah.
It's like one of those like Puka, Travis Kelce, like old Travis Kelce situations. Like, how is he not being covered? He's the only one on the team that can catch a damn ball. But continues to just make big play after big play, scoring damn near every single week. He's been great. I definitely missed on him this year as far as where he is now.
After we were raving about Travis Etienne, they did play KC and Seattle, so good defenses, but nothing from him the last 2 weeks.
Who?
Etienne.
Right. Oh, on the Jag side?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that don't know if I'm worried there.
That's a game. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So, you're not happy.
But they did have a positive with BTJ.
There you go. 8 for 90. Touchdown, 10 targets. Figuring something out, maybe. 2 touchdowns for Lawrence, 27 for 42. 2 touchdowns, 250 yards.
Yeah, 258.
Not terrible. They lost. So now both these teams are 4-2. But yeah, no, I echo your takeaway is just if you got Ken, which you got him, and Sharps was way later, so you may or may not have drafted him. Yeah, if I'm out on Ken now. Like if you have another option, you just got to pivot. Because you can't just be watching they don't even split. It's stupid because they don't even split drives. Okay, so they do split drives, and Charbonnet gets third downs and goal line. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's kind of annoying, honestly, as a Ken owner.
Went from surefire to
sure shit. All right, moving on. Cowboys, Panthers.
Fun game.
Not shit. The Cowboys games are just so juicy for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly how I feel about Ken is the opposite how I feel about the Cowboys offense. So let's pull.
The only one in this game was Javonte. Like Ferg scored, Pickens 8.
What's your takeaway?
My takeaway is Pickens. Just
got a quarterback finally.
Yeah, dominating. I mean,
Literally
obviously
dominating.
CD's not there, but
he's CD right now.
Regardless, like you still have to talk about it. Like it doesn't matter if CD's not there. Like if you have Pickens, like it feels great.
It's a CD Lamb with a new name.
Yeah,
that's literally what this is. While he's been gone, 9 for 168 on a touchdown, and just looks great. Him and Dak have something, and Pickens has the big play. I mean, CD does too. Similar builds as wide receivers, honestly, but Pickens just has those plays where he just runs away from people and just has super athleticism and big playability. So him and Javonte, I mean, Javonte had a stinker this game. It's probably his first bad game of the year.
Yeah,
honestly. Dak was great again, 25 for 34, 3 touchdowns, just getting it done. But yeah, Pickens. I mean, the story has been Pickens and Javonte. Obviously not this game for Javonte, but Ferg was kind of quiet. Got the touchdown, saved your day there.
I was gonna say Ferg's been great.
Yeah, well, throw Ferg in there too.
But yeah, well, only 3 catches on 3 targets.
Got the touchdown though.
3.
Yeah, saved your day.
Touchdown.
Baby Bryce, Spinky Bryce, 17 for 25, 3 touchdowns, 198 yards, and Tet got his first.
Yeah, it was
2 touchdowns.
2 to Tet, and then the Dowdle one.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on there? Like that. This needs to be studied by someone.
You said it. The 2 teams,
Dallas and Miami. Yes. So
literally
obviously, if you're a Chuba Hubbard owner, that sucks watching Rico get all this work.
If you're Chuba Hubbard,
yeah,
sucks.
Well, you got the contract. You're fine.
I mean, yeah, money wise, but
you're like, damn, now I look terrible.
You're like, I missed out on these 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, as far as you mentioned it, comparing Rico to Saquon. And what do they have, like damn near the same amount of points?
I think he's already 1 ahead of him on the year.
Yeah, that's why we play fantasy football, guys.
I mean, he's got
shit like this.
30.9 in back-to-back in our league. 30.9 back-to-back weeks.
I mean, yeah. What else can you say? And especially when Chuba comes back, I took him in our rest of season draft. Chuba Hubbard in the final round, which was round 4. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're the Panthers. How can you not give him Dowdle more work when Chuba comes back? Like, what is that going to look like?
It's a weird ride right now for Chuba because Brooks was supposed to be the guy last year. Then Chuba goes and gets the contract like halfway through the year, whenever it was. Then he was great.
Well, they drafted the Jonathan Brooks.
They still had Miles Sanders just floating around. And then Chuba was great. And then everyone's just like, oh, okay. Then they go and get Dowdle
as insurance, which they should. Draft ETN.
We were just like, yeah, I think, but like Dowdle going there, we are like, oh yeah, he's a nobody. He'll be good. And now Chuba gets hurt, which sucks to see.
And it's just like how good Dowdle has been.
Like if he loses his job because he got hurt, it sucks. Because Chuba's been good. Like it just sucks. But good for you, Rico. Rico.
And just throw in Dak that he's been fucking sick up to this point. QB top 5. Okay.
Anywho.
Everyone's favorite game that they wanted to hear about, that Titans.
Battle of dominant QBs, huh? Might not be able to do that much longer.
I know. Getting old. Too much Raiders.
You want to talk about Cam Ward or Geno?
Neither. Can we just move on to the next game?
Only thing I want to say is about Cam Ward. Just before you were telling me, like, yeah, he catches the snaps like this.
With one hand.
Yeah. And the play where I was just like, he just caught that one-handed was the play where he just drops the
ball for no reason.
And Raiders they just fall right on it.
Just ass entirely this entire game. What, you say Cam Ward or Geno? Cam Ward is like not rosterable in any league possible. Any league.
I still got him in my roster.
Yeah, I mean, sure. He's a starting quarterback in a 2-quarterback league, but
yeah, 2-quarterback league.
What the fuck? Geno, they said on the broadcast, Raiders won this game, by the way, that they were making a concerted effort to not throw the ball down the field for Geno, that every pass was 10 yards or less, to like, okay, let's just do the bare minimum, win this game, and get out. And that's what they did. Genty scored, right?
Yes.
So he's a must start.
I think he had like 25 carries. Did I read that right? 23 for 75.
23 for 75 and a touchdown. So sweet.
Also, but there was still multiple plays where
blown up in the backfield.
Oh my God. Like 3. But when he gets the ball,
yes,
the pursuit was so bad.
Once again, it was never about him. Actually, that's a lie. I will say in the beginning of the season, I talked about, or maybe we've all talked about, like the Boise State, all that stuff. He's good.
There was that run blocking clip that went viral where he was just like standing there.
Yeah, but we're talking fantasy here.
Or pass blocking.
Yeah, with the Raiders line, just and with all that being said, he's a must start.
Not only that, did you see they targeted a lineman in the end zone?
Yes, I did. That was on. No, that's when they threw on that
goal line.
That goal line. That was one of the fumbles you were talking about.
Yeah.
First down, they just fucking threw to a random alignment. I was like, who the fuck do you guys think?
Because I saw a Raider fan tweeting when the Raiders.
Oh no, I think they ended up scoring actually.
When the Raiders fell on that ball, they were just like, Genty didn't score this, or something like that.
No, we were saying the same thing up here, but nah. I mean, what the fuck?
That might have been the touchdown to Mayer.
Yes, it was that. You're right. But Genty, yes. Michael Mayer, sneaky.
Michael Mayer?
5 for 15 a touchdown. So if Bowers continues to miss, he's a suitable streamer.
Did he play last week, or was this the first game come back from the concussion? Because I know he got a concussion.
First game back.
Yeah.
Suitable. Very. Streamer. Look good. And can we move on?
Sure.
Tony Pollard, we talked about him and Spears. Like,
oh, no, nobody on the Titans.
Yeah, out.
Yeah.
Bengals, Packers. What's your takeaway?
Raid's got Kansas City next week. That should be fun. They always play him well, but I don't know about Geno.
Yep.
Takeaway, sorry, what was it?
Bengals, Packers. Your Bengals.
Bengals, Packers. I think this was the same takeaway last week.
It was Joe Flacco's debut.
Chase is fine. I will say
he's actually fine.
I sent it in the chat at halftime. I think they had 21 total yards. And I was like, yeah, Joe Flacco move was great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he turned it over because that was something that Browning was obviously doing left and right.
He did not.
Yeah.
29 for 45, 219, 2 touchdowns.
Definitely garbagey for sure. They were down 2 scores. They ended up getting the ball back again after Green Bay kicked a field goal. The game was like already over. They would have had to score, onside kick, score again. But T got much more work. He was more involved this week.
5 for 62.
Yeah. So
Chase 10 for 94 touchdown.
To do that against Green Bay, if you're a Chase
feel good
owner, yeah, it's got to feel.
I don't think you were ever honestly not.
Did you see? So he was targeted, and I think Flacco kind of underthrew it. And I think his name is I had it. Is it Hampton? I can't. Valentine. He's a cornerback on Green Bay.
Oh,
he deflected the pass and he started doing the gritty.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I think it was the next play, or it was Chase scored the touchdown. He stopped, and then he did the gritty, almost like I do the gritty or something like that. It was funny, and that catch was sick.
Yes, no, he's great. And if anything, obviously Flacco's not the biggest upgrade, but maybe we'll put them in a couple situations to do better. Chase Brown auto bench.
Yeah,
until otherwise. Green Bay.
Jacobs looked good.
Jacobs looked great. They just didn't have to win.
Dude,
Matthew Golden. Hey now.
I told you, man.
Led the team.
I think I told you, I was like, oh, this would be like the game.
A sneaky one. Only 3 catches, 5 targets. To Dobbs' 9 targets to lead the team. But that's Golden's thing, is they manufactured him a couple plays. He had 2 rushing attempts, like 2 little jet sweeps or whatever those were.
Yeah, little end arounds.
They're trying. Like I said, I mean, nothing has changed here. It's them, Patriots they spread the ball around a lot. And then, Jacobs was sick. Tucker Kraft, I think, scored in this game, right?
Nothing until that.
Yeah, so kind of got saved with the touchdown. So 10 points, saved your day.
They got at Arizona next week, so that should be...
Nothing really changes with them.
Yeah.
All right. Who we got next?
Getting to the end here.
Our Niners versus my Bucks.
Yeah. So I'll let you
Oh,
take.
here's the Warner stuff.
Yeah, I'll let
Okay.
you take Baker and Tampa.
Yeah, Baker is just literally fucking goated.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Did you see the 3rd and 15 run?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, he's fucking sick.
Because they kept saying, like, he does this every game.
I mean, so Igbokwe goes down. They're running out there with Tez and Walmart, Keyshawn Johnson and Ryan Miller, and they have no Godwin, no Igbokwe, no Mike Evans. Igbokwe went out like a little later, I think. I think it was right when the second half started, something like around that time. Baker just finds a way to get it done. And at that 2 plays, the 3rd and 15 scramble, where he juked like the entire Niners defense, and then the next play threw the bomb to Tez Johnson, like just the over the shoulder. It was a sick catch by Tez Johnson too. Yeah, they're just figuring out a way to get it done. Bucks are 5-1. Obviously, the Niners are just crippled at this point. Fred Warner was already out, so that probably helped a lot too. Sterling Shepard, forgot to mention his name. Yeah, give me Baker like top 2 MVP candidate right now. I don't know what the odds are, but I'd bet it. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to. I mean, actually, yeah, for NFL purposes, yes.
It's got to be him, Mahomes.
I was going to say Mahomes, but
Allen.
Mahomes, they're 3-3. Baker's
Yeah.
5-1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always going to be Josh Allen.
While you talk about the Niners, I'll look up NFL MVP odds. How about that?
My only take, because it's hard to do a takeaway when the main guys aren't out there other than CMC. I guess Bourne's a takeaway. Again, just does it again, has a connection with Mac from New England. My takeaway is more so, it kind of goes with the Bucks here. Warner out, Bosa already out. Seems like the Niners are going to be either in shootouts most of the year or games where they're going to have to be catching up or just throwing a lot. So I think that's good for Purdy whenever he comes back. Kittle. And then, yeah, I mean, CMC is just going to continue to eat. Every week, it's like 20 points. That's his floor right now. It's like 19-20.
Got his first rushing touchdown of the year.
Yep. Yeah, so.
What about Kendrick Bourne? What are we doing there? 2 straight weeks of over 130 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I just said give him a shout out, but I don't know what you're going to do if.
Had actually the same amount of yards, 142 both weeks.
Yeah, I don't know with that one.
I mean, obviously him and Mac played together in New England, so there's got to be something going on there. And what if like one of the receivers, like what if Pearsall's back? Oh, Kittle's going to be back. So you think?
Well, if Purdy comes back, does that just mess it all up?
Probably.
So that's why I'm just like, what do you do there?
Yeah. If anything, I thought the Bourne thing was going to be a 1 week thing.
For sure getting picked up.
Yeah.
Like no guy.
He'll be in the waiver segment.
No guy does
sure.
that 2 weeks in a row and doesn't get picked up.
And Niners lost. Oh, the MVP. Okay. Guess. You want to throw out
MVP odds?
The right order, top 5? You want to guess?
Top 5. Nah, I probably wouldn't nail the order, but my guys would probably be Mahomes, Allen, Jonathan Taylor. I know they don't do running backs, but he's just been sick.
He's way down there.
That's
all quarterbacks, way down there. Josh Allen, number 1 at plus 140. Mahomes plus 270. Baker plus 470. So he's 3rd. And then it's Goff, Love, Drake May, Stafford, Herbert, Jaden.
Who the fuck has loved that?
Daniel Jones, Lamar.
I was gonna say Daniel Jones.
All quarterbacks.
They don't.
Jonathan Taylor's like 20th.
They don't favor. Yeah,
it's kind of stupid.
But he's been insane.
Been great. We might talk about him in a little bit.
Last game.
What is it? Lions Chiefs. So I didn't watch the first half of this game, but I watched the 4th quarter. Lions lost. I was surprised to see that the Chiefs were. I mean, I don't know if I was surprised or not. The Chiefs were favored in this game, even though the Lions were 4-1 and the Chiefs were whatever they were, 2-4 or 2-3.
Yeah, 2-3.
Mahomes looks sick, and you brought up the rushing upside.
That's it. Yeah,
it's been that. They just can't get something going with Pacheco and Hunt.
Being a worthy owner, I told you, like, I don't want, if it's not Kelsey,
you're done.
I don't want any of these guys because, like, I mean, they're going to, NFL-wise, they're going to put up points. They're going to, Mahomes is killing it.
Rasheed's going to be back next week.
So it's just like, how do you, Hollywood Brown catches 2 touchdowns tonight. Were these targets, I told you, they're like, he goes in motion and he's just like running to the sideline. Like, that's how he scored his touchdown. It was like a 3-yard little.
Yeah.
But it's just like, all right, those are the routes. Like, that's what we're doing, trying to get him the ball.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to play that. Like, I don't want to start that.
Right.
Kelsey seems like,
Auto lock start
yeah,
for sure. Definitely. Quote Mike, looks better than last year.
6 for
Kinda true.
78 for Kelsey.
Yep.
It's weird because he looks so slow. He juked like 2 guys tonight. He caught it. I mean, it was smart by him. He caught it facing Mahomes, so his back was to the end zone.
Mhm.
So his back was to the defense, and I think he knew there was 2 guys over his left shoulder, and he goes this way and just completely jukes him and ends up getting another extra 5-6 yards. But his moves are so slow. I'm just like, how does that get the defender? I don't know.
Mhm.
But no, tight end world
Auto start.
looks good.
And Mahomes has been fucking awesome. We will be talking about him shortly. And then going to the Lions,
Weird.
J-Mo.
That's part of the weird.
6 for 66 and a touchdown. Laporta had a sick touchdown catch in the end zone, obviously.
I think
5
we
for
said
55
last
and a
week-
touchdown.
What did we say? J-Mo? I can't start him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the range. I mean, 6 catches.
7 targets. Right?
That's the more surprising part. Yeah, 7 targets. Amon-Ra was a PPR scam in this game, 9 for 45, so kind of a non-factor.
No, he wasn't doing anything.
And they couldn't get anything on the ground going. Ike said today, God, what did he say? It was, we were going to do a dog, once we lost everything, and we were going to do one with just us 3. And then he said Gibbs under, I forget what the line was. He only had 65 rushing yards and no receiving yards. Yeah, that would have hit under for sure. I think it was like 75. And me and Trevor both looked at him just like, nah, we don't want to go against Gibbs, but that would have hit. And going into KC is tough.
That's why Mike's the DFS guy.
Yeah. That's why we bring him in. Okay. So now, mini segment awards. Halfway through the year, obviously. So if the season ended today, we're going to give 5 awards, 2 each. 2 players each. No, 1 player each.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 players total. 5 awards. Rookie of the year?
Yeah, I feel like we really don't need to really go into
No, we'll just
any
we'll
of
just
these
rip 'em.
guys.
Yeah.
So my rookie of the year, I think it's an obvious one. You hope he's fine. It's Egbuka.
Yep.
Not much to say there. Offense is great. Baker's great. That's my rookie of the
They're
year.
great. Tyler Warren, surefire.
I really want him to get just tight end 1 so it continues.
I mean,
The rookie tight end streak.
they just use him in a lot of different ways. It's always in the beginning of the game. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's almost like their scripted plays are just like, all right, how the fuck can we get this guy
yeah.
involved?
Now when I see him in motion, I think he's going to do something
Like
weird.
catch a hand or like get a handoff, throw a pass, something. It's always, keep an eye on that. It's always in the first few drives of the game, it seems like. But Egbuka and Warren have been both surefire in the beginning of the year and both going to be, well, we'll see with Egbuka now how many weeks he misses and how severe the hamstring is, but both been absolutely cracked for your lineups going forward.
Yeah, there's other like shout outs, but these 2 guys.
I think by far and away, these guys, I mean, Tet's been He got a great game today. No other really rookie tight ends. Judkins, Hampton, couple
Genty.
games, Genty.
Just there's shout outs.
But these guys every week
Yep.
for their positions have been great. Most improved.
Yeah, this is like a fun little one.
I'll go first for this one. Missed today, but Quentin Johnston, QJ, had to have been mentioned, was a non-factor last year. It's not like he came out of nowhere. He's on the team and just for some reason learned how to catch the ball in the offseason. So
It's something.
this one had some candidates as well.
Yeah.
But who's yours?
I went Javonte because I thought the same thing. He's got to be mentioned. I think he was like running back 3 or something
Yeah.
heading into the week.
Shout outs for sure. I mean, obviously, guys, that Dimers is a name.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned because he didn't even make it, but Rome Odunze.
Rome. Fuck, who was I just gonna say? J.K. Dobbins has had a couple. I mean, he's been good from where you got him, but nah, I think these 2 guys they were thrown away by everybody in the fantasy community, and now look at them. Value of the year is going to be our 3rd award. So some guy like obviously there was values in like the 3rd, 4th round of where they were going, but we went for later guys here, and mine is Drake May. We're talking about him in the the recap.
Sick.
Literally sick. A mini Josh Allen, and you got him like
Diggs doesn't want you to call him that.
True. But it's hard not to look at him and not think that.
That's what I think.
Has been great. So if you punted on quarterback and stacked up on your position players and got him, you're chilling. Unless you took like Brian Thomas or AJ Brown or Chase Brown.
Mine is George Pickens
or CeeDee Lamb with a different jersey on.
Yeah, another thing I was going to mention too is you can like with this situation stumble into this award or our little award thing, which he kind of did. But regardless, I mean, he's going to be wide receiver 3. I think we were talking about that.
3, just right where CD would be.
Just sick. Where you got him.
Obviously, he's not here without the CeeDee Lamb injury, but we have to give him credit for stepping up, getting the chemistry with Dak. Obviously, he's the best quarterback he's ever played with. And he's showing what he can do on an offense that can't stop anyone and no one can stop them.
And I mean, these two could kind of go together, but our last most improved, they obviously would fit in here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, just more shout outs. This one is not going to be shout outs. The bust of the year. You can go first.
We've talked about
him so much.
AJ Brown. I looked at it when I was trying to do this. If you're multiple tiers behind where you were getting drafted, it's terrible. So AJ Brown, it's like wide receiver. We were looking at it 40, 50 around there. And you were drafted as a wide receiver, back end 1. You're a bust, bud.
Who also is a bust is Chase Brown. And I mean, obviously, with their situation, it is what it is. Like, I don't care if he's good or not, but for fantasy, he's been a literal 0 for you. And he had a lot of hype going in. I know I saw some people in the industry taking him as their running back 1 and like kind of calling their shot on him like in the 2nd or 3rd round. And that has clearly not worked. Hopefully with Flacco, maybe they can turn some things around. But I mean, he's giving you just nothing.
He was literally going to be one of my targets. I was going to go receiver and then Chase Brown, but I altered that anyway because I was going Chase, so I wasn't going to go 2 Bengals. But when Gale announced that as his keeper, I was just like, yo, that's going to mess a lot of people up.
Yeah, that threw a wrench into everything, but
thanks, Gale.
Sometimes you swing and sometimes you miss. I actually have our draft pulled up. I'm going to throw out another couple names. Lad, and obviously he had a good game today. Who else was I going to say? BTJ. He also had a good game today. So those 2 guys, we talked about all of them a lot. I'll throw Ken in there. He's a fucking bust for sure. Kamara has been bad. Who else? Nico, for where you draft him, not great.
I wasn't going to mention Nico, but because you said that,
just looking at the board,
like for where you drafted him, I'd throw Saquon in there.
Yeah, Saquon. We talked about him, and like he hasn't killed you.
No,
but has not been Saquon from last year for sure. I'm with it there. But those are kind of the consensus guys for sure. And then the last one, fantasy MVP. So you can take this in any way you want. I thought when I was looking at guys, I was just looking at the top guys, maybe guys that were drafted higher that even jumped up a tier, like into the top tier. Mine's Jonathan Taylor. And no one, I mean, it was always Bijan, Gibbs, CMC, Saquon,
Henry.
I mean, that's a good bust candidate, honestly. Genty, Jacobs, Achan, and maybe then you went Taylor, and he jumped like from a value of the 3rd round to a 1st round, maybe the 1st overall pick value, and has been super sick for you. So if you went maybe running back like Bijan or McCaffrey and then Taylor, or Chase and Taylor,
sick.
Or
CMC.
Yeah. You're looking sick right now. And he in that offense looks like he did in 2021, where he was probably him and Kupp, the most valuable players.
Yeah. Mine's Patty.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Not much to say. We just talked about on Sunday night. He's just adding so much points, fantasy points on the rushing side.
Just because they can't run the ball.
The touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, tonight, like I told you, Pacheco didn't get like 11 for 50. which was his most, I think, by far on the season. But Mahomes has had multiple games with 50 or 60 and a touchdown. And if you're adding 12 points,
yep.
I mean, that's what we expect from Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen.
Yeah,
and if Mahomes is coming into this,
and he gets Rashee Rice back, we'll see what that looks like. But
no, he's going to be quarterback one
after this week.
I mean,
that's Josh Allen.
Mahomes is down, I think, like 27 points, which he can easily get that.
Allen's down 27?
I'm sorry, Allen. So regardless, those are your top two.
McCaffrey is for sure a consideration for this, especially compared to where thoughts on him were preseason with the boom bust mentality. And Puka was a 0 today, but he has to be his name has to be thrown in there as same thing. I mean, you were taking a few receivers over him, so he was kind of in that Taylor range of they were drafted where they were, but now they're at the top of their entire positions.
I'll give actually you picked Tyler Warren. I was gonna say we didn't give any love to tight ends. Ferg and Kraft.
Really? Ferg, Kraft, Ferg's been good.
Yeah, Ferg's been great.
Just the Cowboys. Tight ends have just been like middling this year, it seems like. I would like to see how many points they've gotten like versus past years, but it doesn't feel to me that there's been that many difference maker. Like obviously Tyler Warren's like tight end 3, Ferg's the top one or whomever. But McBride's up there, but it doesn't seem like they're making too much of an impact. I could be wrong there. That's just a feel.
I think with Ferg he is for sure.
Ferg, yeah.
The top guys for sure. Not I think we were talking about it. Once you get to like 6, 7, it's probably a difference of like 2-3 points all the way to like tight end 15 or something.
Yep. So those are our midway through the year awards. Maybe we'll do this again at the end of the year, see if anything will change. Let's run through these waivers really quick. So quarterbacks, I got 2 guys to mention. Sam Darnold, who's only 23% rostered up to this point. I still think he's really only a streaming candidate, but I think you can pick him and throw him in with confidence whenever your quarterback's on bye. And I'll just kind of stick with that. And shout out Binky Bryce, I put in here that he did his job against the Cowboys. But I'm more serious about Darnold. That if you're in a pinch, like if you had Lamar or Purdy or Jaden at some point, like quarterbacks will miss a couple games and bye weeks. Darnold has looked great. And I think I wanted to give him a shout out because I'm pretty sure me and you were pretty down on him. He was my candidate to sneak out of the top 10 from 2024. Don't know where he is right now, but he's looked good.
11 coming in today.
Yeah.
He had 24.
So fuck me. Running backs, pretty much just the Cardinals and Chargers guys. So we talked about the switch at the starting position for Bam Knight and Michael Carter, but I think both of them still deserve to be rostered. And also with Vidal and
Haskins.
I don't even know about Haskins. I mean, clearly they wanted Vidal, and this is what kind of happened with Michael Carter last week. Maybe we see something going forward, and obviously all of these guys are Band-Aid guys, maybe more so for the Chargers guys, because maybe when Trey Benson comes back, who knows what happens there, because I don't think he was a locked-in, loaded guy. It was almost just like he was the backup, and he's getting the opportunity, where Hampton, when he comes back, he's going to be slid right back into that starting role.
One guy I just didn't see on here, Dowdle.
Yeah, I mean, we brought him up last week, but I think... yeah, we'll have to see what happens when Chuba comes back. But like I said, how can they not give him more opportunities? Is Chuba on IR or is he just missing time? He's just missing. He's week to week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's top 10 running back option until Chuba comes back. And I think, let me check his roster percentage.
Reiterate, did play Miami and Dallas.
Right. But
can't ignore the 61 points in 2.
So he's rostered in 79% of leagues.
Does it show like his added percent?
Plus 2%. So I'm sure a lot of people added him last week if we were looking at this last week, but no, he's been fucking insane. Wide receivers, Kendrick Bourne. Sure, fuck it. Throw him in here. Booty and Pop Douglas from the Patriots. And this is going to be a Dobbs Golden situation where you could take a shot on one of these guys and they have the ability to give you 15 points.
Yeah, like you got a receiver that goes down, something practice week.
Or maybe some other waiver guys, they don't have the ability to do that. There's a chance it's a dart throw of Diggs, Douglas, and Booty of just who would get that. I threw Josh Downs in here.
Sure.
Great offense.
Great offense.
Scored today.
Pittman didn't do shit today.
Yeah. And tight ends, I got Michael Mayer and Harold Fannin, which we talked about him at multiple episodes at this point, but he's still only 29% rostered in the world that you just brought up with the tight ends. Seems like Gabriel and him have a connection as well. I think both these guys, Mayer and Fannin, depending on Bowers, will miss more time. Both these guys, if you punted tight end and you're just doing the carousel every week, here's 2 more guys to throw into your
I believe
ride.
Bowers has already been
rolled out.
He's probably not going to play next week.
Yeah, I'd fire up Mayer for sure if I was a Bowers owner.
Mayer.
Did you have anyone else?
Unlikely to be available against the Chiefs.
Did you have anyone else that you wanted to bring up? The waivers were kind of underwhelming. I mean, obviously the Vidal and Rico. Tight ends always just giving more options. Darnold's more of a streamer.
At what point would you drop a Seattle running back? Or would you not do
Seattle running back? No, you can't. Because I think if one of them
just waste a roster spot, like if you have Sharps.
Yeah, I think I would.
That sucks.
Because if one of them goes down, the other one. I mean, you saw what happened when Charbonnet went down. The 1 week Ken had like 20 points or something. Yeah, that one is just a shitty situation, and because whenever one of them misses, the other one's going to get 100% of the work. All right.
That's it.
Anything else you got before we get out of here? What are we doing next episode? It's Mike's quota. It's me missed a week, so he might be back this week. Oh, wait. We might have someone else.
Maybe we'll do a game. I don't know.
We'll do something.
We'll hit the lab, do some research.
Yep, maybe.
Think of something fun.
But we will sign off for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the little awards segment. Halfway through the year.
Was it week 7? God, it's flying.
Yeah, it is flying.
It's crazy.
Get better,
Right.
Puka.
Jaden, I need 30. Give me 30 tomorrow. For a points win, maybe. There you go. Peace.